Good morning, everybody. 13th of December 2021, beginning of a new week. We've had some real big energies over the weekend, and we've got big energies continuing on into today. So today we've still got the moon in Aries, where it's going to trine the sun, and then it's going to square Pluto. So it could be that our conscious and subconscious is working together. It could be that we can trust our intuition, our instinct. Could be when I was writing this and looking at it, it's like what I saw was when the moon in Aries trines the sun in Sagittarius, what I saw was both fire signs, and I saw sort of the Ace of Wands with fire coming out the end. It lit to light the way down into the earth, into the dark, for when the moon squares Pluto. This theme of digging down into the darkness is definitely continuing. Also, we've got two planets changing signs today. We've got Mars has finished its time in Scorpio and is joining the Sun in Sagittarius, and then Mercury is finishing up in Sagittarius and joining Venus and Pluto in Capricorn. So again, those fire energies and earth energies, Mars coming in to help the sun, to shine the light, to light the fire, and then Mercury bringing information and detail and communication to the Venus-Pluto energies in Capricorn. So yeah, more work continues on. This intensity is sort of going to last for the next few months. I'm seeing sort of this delving deep into our values, our psyche, our relationship with money, our relationships in general, beauty, harmony, balance, love, our relationship to loving ourselves, to loving others, all being sort of brought into the spotlight, and the work that we need to do on ourselves. And with this, I think I said on Saturday about to really find out where it's happening in your own life, then get a natal chart of where all the planets are when you were born, and you can see from that where this is happening in your own chart, which makes it much more personal. Of the areas that you need to be working on. That's if you're inclined to do that, it's the way I work with transits and aspects going on. It's like, how's this affecting me? What house is this going on in? So yeah, things you can do. And it just helps you to sort of work with the energies rather than sort of feeling like the energies are working against you, or, you know, when it brings up fears and things like that, or emotions, then I've always found that working with the planets, working with my natal chart, bringing in magic and ritual and things like that, and connecting up with animal spirits and my guides and stuff, just all works together to support my navigation of whatever's happening, and acts as catalysts and support and guidance through these transformations. So okay, I'm looking to do more on that type of thing in the new year. So watch out for new things coming in the new year. Okay, so let's have a look at today's energies. We've got the not wisdom of the oracle. We've got the Gaia deck today, and because it's Monday, we have the Mystic Mondays, tarot deck out. So, okay, what do we need to know for today? 13th of December 2021. What energies do we need to know about? What messages does Spirit have for the collective? How can we best navigate the transits and the journey that we're going through at the moment? Okay, what do we need to know? What messages are coming through from Spirit? Put that to one side. Okay, definitely a good message for the time we're going through at the moment. And what do we need to know? What messages has Spirit got for the collective for today, 13th of December 2021? Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we've got lost love, surrender, healing and release. Then we have peace, dissolve unwanted or disturbing thoughts. And then the temptress, seduction, deceit and a broken promise. Okay, and the card that jumped out was yin yang, creating harmony through balance. Oops, there we go, that's better. Okay, so to me this is about just surrendering to these big energies that we're going through at the moment. Surrendering, as we surrender, it brings in healing and release, especially sort of if we come to a place of peace and we're dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts, creating balance, creating harmony through balance, staying balanced as we transit these dark energies down into our psyche. We've got the temptress, seduction, deceit, a broken promise. This is reminding me of the devil card, and also about how we deceive ourselves and seduce ourselves into not seeing the truth and things. I'm just going to get the book that goes with this deck and just see what the message the book has to say. Okay, so the temptress, what number are you? And it's number 15 as well, so again the devil is number 15 in the tarot deck. So okay, the temptress. You are being seduced with dazzling promises that will mostly not eventuate. In effect, you are being deceived, enticed into accepting something that will cause you much difficulty and eventually lead only to disappointment. Don't be seduced by the glitz and the glamour, or by the holy and the benevolent facade. Things are not what they seem. Incredible promises are simply that, incredible. Observe the image of this card. The temptress entices with her sensuous beauty and exotic surroundings, yet just behind her is the all-seeing eye of truth. It is staring you in the face all along. Take a few steps back, look at things from an objective and a balanced perspective, and the real picture and hidden agenda will emerge. It's quite interesting because the mystical shaman card, oracle card that we got for this week was the owl, and that was about seeing in the dark and seeing the truth. Okay, we have an affirmation. So the affirmation is, I listen to and trust my intuition. I look at every situation from a grounded and balanced point of view. Every positive has a negative and vice versa. I look beyond the superficial and find the truth. I look for the substance and I'm not swayed by wild promises. Definitely a card for sort of the time we're in with all these sort of Plutonian energies, Venus conjunct Pluto. Although the first conjunction was on the 11th, on Saturday, the second one is on the 24th, 25th. The Venus goes retrograde on the 19th. This whole period from about the 10th of December through to the 29th is a whole sort of conjunction sort of period, with Venus and Pluto never being more than 1 degree away from each other. So this is like sort of, what are we, 19 days? It's nearly a 3-week cycle of being in these energies. And of course, in the middle, we have the winter solstice, the point of the longest night and the darkest night. So it is really all this energy around us about sort of going down deep into our psyches and uncovering what's there. Sometimes we don't like what we see down there, and we soothe ourselves with sort of versions of the truth that aren't the truth. Remember yesterday, one of the cards, the first card that came out from the bottom of the deck was the 7 of Swords, the sneaky fox. And I was saying about, it's the thief in the night card, how you're being deceived by others, or how are you being deceived by yourself. The Temptress is talking to me about being deceived by yourself. Okay, so how we deal with this is with the Peace card and the yin yang. We keep in balance, we step back, we take an objective view of things. We get in contact with the energy of the owl and see in the dark. Okay, so as I was saying at the beginning, these energies just continue, just coming on, coming on, coming on. So very powerful time at the moment. Let's see what the tarot has to say. We have the Mystic Monday deck. Lots of nice bright colours. Primary colours. I love this deck both for the stylising and for the colours and things. Okay, so what do we need to know for today, the 13th of December 2021? What messages does Spirit have for the collective? What do we need to know for today? What guidance, advice, support, what messages does Spirit have for the collective today? Oops. Quite really thick card stock, these cards. I've been using them for ages and they don't seem to be getting sort of very flexible yet. But I do like a good card stock. It's better than really flimsy cards. Okay, what do we need to know for today? So we're going to take those over there. Okay, what do we need to know for today? What messages has Spirit got for the collective from Monday the 13th of December? Okay, so I'll lay the cards out and then as I'm talking about them, I'll show them to you. We've got the 10 of Cups. We have the High Priestess. We have the Ace of Cups. Okay, nice energies. We have the 8 of Wands. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Emperor. we have the 8 of Pentacles, and we have the 9 of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords, the Chariot, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, and the cards that jumped out, we had 4 cards jumped out. We had the 6 of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups. Okay, so I'm just going to lay those there for a moment. Let's have a look at the reading. Okay, so at the centre of the deck, the significator, we have the 10 of Cups, the happy ever after card, emotional completion, emotional happiness, and you know, I want to say, come into that place of peace, discarding the negative thoughts and things like that. Also, the yin yang card coming into balance. Okay, I'm seeing the significator card, the moon card, which we do have the high priestess in that position. The moon card being the intuition, the emotions, the instinct, the subconscious, what's just out of sight, out of, that we just can't see. Tuning into your inner guidance, your inner intuition. And then in the Mercury position, we have the Ace of Cups, and the Mercury position is about communication, information and detail. And these 3 cards to me are about getting your emotions balanced, connecting inwards to your deep intuition, and that will sort of connect you into your emotions and bring you to a place of balance, which is where, when we're going through this deep work, that is where the place we need to try and stay in as much as possible, because what comes up can very easily throw us out of balance. Remember the Temptress? Okay, this is the stuff that comes up with its promises and seduction. Okay, so that's sort of the inner journey. See the colour, everything there is connecting in. Then the Venus card, I'm seeing the Venus card and the Sun card, again telling a story together. So the Venus card, which is our values, money, relationships, love, values, beauty, harmony. We've got the 8 of Wands, which is about information coming in very quickly. And then in the Sun position, which is core vitality, what's consciously right in front of us, we have the Knight of Swords, more messages and information coming in. And what I'm picking up from these with the first 3 cards is when we get into that place of balance and harmony, we're connecting with our emotions and our heart energy, then it opens up the inspiration for messages to come through very quickly. Okay, in the Mars card, what this leads to in the Mars position, which is action, will, drive, determination, our creativity. We have the Emperor, and the Emperor is about self-mastery, sort of forming firm foundations. So sort of as this information comes in, or the insights or the downloads or whatever it is, whatever we dredge up from the psyche, then it allows us to have another degree of self-mastery for ourselves. What's working for us, the Jupiter card, which is about good luck, good fortune, expansion, belief systems. We have the justice, things like that. We have the 8 of Pentacles, and it's about keep showing up and doing the work. this doesn't all happen in one sort of like click of your fingers. It's a gradual process. I think I was saying this yesterday, and we just have to keep on showing up each day to do the work. What's working against you, the obstacles we find, the Saturn card, which is about obstacles, limitations, time, responsibility. We have the Nine of Pentacles, and this is about we have to do it on our own. Nobody else can do this work for us, but knowing that we are strong enough, and we can do it. We just have to take one step at a time. If we find ourselves getting out of balance or sort of dropping into our fears, then, you know, to rebalance ourselves and then take this next step on. The three cards from the bottom of the deck, we had the Ace of Swords, the Chariot, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, and what this is saying to me, the energy of the whole reading is that clarity comes through. We will get the clarity, and victory is assured if we have patience, if we take it a step at a time. Okay, as sort of we gain sort of mastery over ourselves, mastery over the journey that we're on, as we keep showing up and doing the work, hold our emotions, work with the inspiration and the clarity coming through, then, you know, we're going to come through this and it's going to work out for us. The cards that fell out, we had the Six of Wands, victory. We have the King of Pentacles, that power in our groundedness and our physicality and our stability and things like that. The Four of Pentacles, another message to set firm foundations, keeping grounded, your feet on the floor, connecting in to the divine feminine, sending your roots down, being balanced within and around yourself. And then the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups can be about sort of reminiscing about the past, can also be about happiness, about enjoying the journey. Sometimes the best way to do that, to handle these journeys, sort of when it's such big energies, is to approach it with curiosity and wonder and sort of excitement about, ooh, I wonder what's going to be revealed. I wonder what will come up. What if this isn't what's true? What if it means something else? Especially when we feel like we're slipping back and things like that. So just messages just to, again, grounded balancedness, connecting into the earth. Okay, and not being swept up with negative thoughts or unwanted thoughts, disturbing thoughts, things like that. Just going to take a work your light card to see if there's any more messages. What message of support does the work your light oracle have for us? We really have entered the dark of the year, but at the same time, you know, we have all the holidays and things coming up, whichever ones you celebrate and however you celebrate. Within this darkest part of the year, it's also a time of celebration and being with friends and family, and for me, things like rejoicing that we've reached sort of the winter solstice and that the days will soon be starting to to get longer again. Okay, there we go. We've got 2 cards come out. So let's have a look and see what we've got. Okay, so the 2 cards that have jumped out, Acacia, your guidance is divinely guided. That's what I was saying before about connecting in, trusting your intuition. You can even go and visit the Akashic libraries to look at your Akashic records, see what this buried stuff is, and what you need to learn. There's loads and loads and loads of meditations and things like that on YouTube, or if you've got your own ways that you connect to the Akashic library, then just do that. And then the other card that jumped out was no. Wait, postpone, pause and say no. This reminds me of yesterday's reading. What was it yesterday? Is there warnings? Oh, not for you jumped out. So, again, tying into the temptress, and not being easily sated by superficial and shallow stuff. This is really about digging deep, and not being distracted. Not being distracted by superficial stuff. For true transformation,